Hey, what's up, guys? Good morning. Welcome back to another version of Morning Coffee Talks. Cheers. Happy Monday. This morning, we're going to be talking about this right here: the body, the mind, the spirit. Okay, guys? So let's start out with this. Your thoughts, thoughts you have. You are not your thoughts. You are the one who is aware of your thoughts. You are the witness to what your mind produces, right? Do it right now. Say to yourself, hello in your mind. Just in your mind, just to yourself, like you're talking to yourself in your mind, right? You're the one that hears that. So if you're the one that hears that, that can't be you. You're the witness to it. You're the one that's aware of it, right? So what's that mean? You are not your thoughts. Thoughts just happen in your head, guys, right? Thoughts just pop in your head. A lot of it's from how we were conditioned and how we were programmed. And that means the society we grew up in, right? Maybe the religion we grew up in, the family we grew up in, right? That's how we were conditioned. That's how we were programmed. Whatever our parents told us and taught us, that's what we tend to believe, right? So one, you are not your mind. You know what I mean? There's a you in there and there's an I. Me and I, whatever you want to say, right? Think about that, guys. Think about that for a minute. Seriously. You know, I never thought about that till I started reading these books, started getting deeper into spirituality, right? Because your mind just constantly goes, constantly talks, constantly jabber, right? Just like depression. I is not depressed. There is a depression in you. You feel a depression in you, but you're not depressed. You're feeling a depression, maybe would be a good way to put it, right? Now let's turn to the body. You are not your body. A wise man once told me we're spiritual beings, right? We're just inside this meat puppet, right? It's crazy. This life is a crazy, beautiful, wild game we're playing, right? And it is all mystery. We no one knows the answers, right? But I want you guys to think about these things. A little food for thought this morning, because your body changes. I mean, the cells are constantly changing and dying off and reproducing new cells. So your body's constantly changing. So you are not your body. Your body is constantly changing, right? That's just the way it works. Just like your mind. So what's the goal is to be aware of what's going on around you. Be aware of how you're feeling. The feelings that come up inside you, right? The anger that comes up inside you, the sadness that comes up inside you, the jealousy that comes up inside you. Be aware of those things, guys. Because all is right in the world, right? Life just happens. And then we go and we put the story behind it. That's how it works out, guys. Life just happens and we put a story behind it, right? Think about that for a minute. Good, bad, no matter what, it's just life. Good things happen to good people. Bad things happen to good people. Good things happen to bad people. Bad things happen to bad people. Just like a tree shades and it'll cool down a good person or a bad person. It doesn't matter. It just is there. It just shades. It just produces shade. So we need to be more like a tree, right? Because none of us are perfect. And all of us are going through things. All of us are struggling because life is a series of problems, like I've said before. So life is going to be hard because it's constant, one problem after another, solving one problem after another. That's what it's about. And leaning into that suffering, right? Lean into it. I'm telling you guys, read up on it. Read up on the mind. Read up on your body. Read up on spirituality. It took me years to figure these things out. In my mid-30s before I found a lot of this out. It blew my mind. Blew my mind. Because we're only here for a short period of time, guys. But this, your soul, your spirit inside you, lives forever. Forever. But this body is only here for a short period of time. That's why I always say, forget yesterday. Don't worry about tomorrow, because it ain't coming. It's not promised. All you have right now is this present moment. That's why you want to try to be present. You want to try to forget everything else, right? The mind is going to go, but hey, say, let it go. Let it go. That's what I do. Let that shit go. It ain't worth it. Life's too short. We got to move on. We got to forgive. We have to forget. Or you're just going to be miserable. Because everyone's out here searching for happiness on the outside. When real happiness is inside, guys, you already have it. You just have to choose to be happy. You just have to wake up in the morning and show gratitude. I'm telling you, the power of positive thinking, guys. Think about that. Think positive thoughts. If you're thinking negative all the time, well, you're going to be negative. If you're thinking that this thing's going to be negative or that thing that I got to go do is going to be negative, guess what? You're going to be miserable the whole time you do it. But if you get that positive thoughts in your mind, right? Start building that mentality where you're telling your things positive. Hey, I don't feel like cutting the grass, but at least I am physically capable to cut the grass or something like that. You know what I mean? Or it's really hot out today, but hey, it could be snowing in the middle of winter and getting dark at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So we got to think positively, dude. The mind is a powerful, powerful thing. And most people let it run them. But you have the choice. Think about that this morning, guys. Read up on some books. A great book, one of my favorite books on spirituality that I highly recommend is Anthony DeMello, Awareness. Right here, this book, guys. Highly recommend this book. I might start doing this every once in a while, books that I recommend. I would highly suggest you check this out if you're into spirituality at all. Awareness by Anthony DeMello is an amazing, amazing book. I've probably read that 15 times. Highlight it, taken notes, everything. But I want you guys to think about these things this morning, a little food for thought. Because people think to themselves, oh my God, why am I having this thought? We all have just random thoughts that just come nonstop. It's nonstop jibber jabber, constantly, right? But we can learn to control it and slow it down. Maybe not make it so loud all the time. Got to put in the work. That's why we meditate. And when a thought comes into our mind, we say, let it, I just let it go. Like I've said before, I picture a creek with rocks, and my thoughts are the leaves, right? And the leaf might get stuck on a rock, and we're thinking about it, and I can say, let it go, and it sputters around past the rock and goes on down the creek. That's how you should do it with your thoughts, guys. And maybe soon, if you guys are interested, I'll do how I meditate and how I was taught to meditate. Show you guys if that's anything you guys are interested in. But either way, I appreciate you guys. I love you all. I hope you enjoyed this morning's morning coffee talk. Please, anything you want me to talk about, please put it in the comments, and I'll be glad to, if I have to research it or whatever, and we'll talk about it. Anyways, I hope you guys have a great Monday. Let's start this new week off, and let's crush this bitch. And as always, cheers, guys. Go get you some, baby.